Hey guys, when I go out to ride my emtb or MTB, this is the toolbox I take with me. I've given a lot of thought about each tool in this toolbox, and I want to share with you today what's in my box. So literally, let's get into it. Now, this is just the top of the toolbox, but this really is, I consider it sort of a tool into itself. I want an area where I can sit on it, or I can put stuff on it, and have sort of a little bit of a work area when I'm out on the road. And this toolbox is big enough, the top's flat enough that it provides that. Now, inside the toolbox, I have all my tools arranged. I'm going to lay them all out so you can see them. But first, let me just explain. When you open it up, it's not just chock full of tools. I have them laid out here in a way so that I can see them and get to them, which is very important to me when I'm out working on the bike. And then when you remove the top, as you can see inside, I have boxes inside of the tool chest. And the reason I have the boxes, what I found is if you don't have it well organized inside the tool chest, when you open it up, particularly when you're on the road, it can be very frustrating trying to find the tool. Now, this is all the contents of the toolbox laid out on the ground so you can see it. And what I'm going to do is just go through each one of these in a little bit more detail. So first of all, this, as I showed you earlier, is just the top. And I'll go into more detail on the things that are in there, but let me go into each item here. In the tool kit, I have a box here, and inside that box is a derailleur. And what I do is I carry a Shimano Dior 11-speed derailleur, and that will work on an 11-speed down to a 9-speed bike. And that I feel like is an important replacement to have. Very easy to damage the derailleur. I also have a box, and inside that box is an 11 by 42 HG cassette and a 32-tooth 104 BCD chain ring. I also have a separate little plastic box here that are cable tools and parts. And inside there, I have some cables, cable cutter, and some ferrules. I also have chain tools. You have some extra chain, a chain breaker, and a chain separator there. I have a miscellaneous box which has Velcro in it, a dropper lever, and some M5 bolts. I have inner tubes. I put the inner tubes in a separate plastic container so they won't get damaged. And here is a tray where I just have a bunch of miscellaneous parts. As you can see, what is in those are derailleur hangers in there. Those are some brake pads and brake pins, a 32 millimeter to use to take off the top of a Fox 36 or 38 fork to put in tokens. I have some extra bolts for the brakes. I have some extra crown bolts to hold on the top of a fork. I have some miscellaneous in here. Here are some miscellaneous tire tools, zip ties, some spoke wrenches, a little tool here to remove shock parts. I have another miscellaneous box here. I have some tokens, another little thing for the derailleur, some rubber, some shock mount bolts, some handlebar stem spacers, razor blade, magnets for an electric bike, spoke nipples, some stuff for tires and tubes. I have some extra master links, some chainring bolts, some rotor bolts, and some more miscellaneous bolts that can be used to hold on the brake caliper. Then I have some bigger tools that I don't use that much, but I do have them in my box. Here I have a hole puncher a plastic hammer, a tool to adjust the spoke tension, a derailleur alignment tool, and I have a foldable stool that I sit on sometimes when I'm working on the bike. That helps just the right height. And I have something to put on the bike to prevent it from getting scarred or damaged. And then I have some hand rags there, which are a very important tool and can be easily overlooked. Now, this is the top tray, and I'm not going to go into everything here, but I just want to highlight a couple of things in this tool. The tool that I use most often is this 4, 5, 6 triangle hex. This is a multi-tool that has all the hexes on it, but I also have hex wrenches here. I have hex sockets here and a torque wrench. It's not a great torque wrench, but it's one that I'm not worried about getting banged around and stuff. And have a tool here for pedals, because I do take my pedals on and off primarily when I transport the bike. In this box, I have some writing utensils, a piece of paper, and this is primarily an area for stuff to cut stuff. I have a zip tie cutter and some scissors. A air pressure gauge here, a chain whip here, an adjustable wrench, some rulers. This is a tool that is used to take off a lock nut on a Shimano motor, and an adjustable wrench. So that's what I've got in the top. In addition to the tools that I pictured, there are 3 items that I'm going to add to my toolkit. I just want to tell you what they are. I'm going to add a bottom bracket tool that fits both the Bafang motor and the Gen 4 Bosch motor. I have bikes that have both of those motors, and I need to add that tool. The other thing I'm going to add is a really nice set of tweezers. I find a lot of times they come in handy. And the third thing that I'm going to add is a chain ring tool that allows me to hook onto the back of the chain ring bolts when I'm tightening them. Well, there you have it, guys. That's what I carry in my toolkit when I go out to ride my EMT or my MTB. I hope I've given you guys something to think about, and I'll see you at the top.